This is music.
Bustin' makes me feel good. I ain't afraid of no ghosts.
Hello everybody, Jason here of GhostbustersNews.com, and it has been a while, well, it's been since Halloween at least, but we are back as today we're taking a look at the brand new Stranger Things Ghostbuster figures from McFarlane Toys. It's no secret that I love Ghostbusters, and I also love Stranger Things, so let's not waste any time. Let's start talking about the packaging so I can tear these guys open and see how awesome they really are. So the front of the box offers this window-style design. Once again, the set does consist of Dustin, Mike, Will, and Lucas. And obviously, each of the four kids are in their Ghostbuster Halloween attire. Now before we flip the package around, here's a quick shot of the side. Of course, showcasing that very cinematic artwork. Once again, featuring Dustin, Mike, and Lucas in their Ghostbusters attire. Flipping it around to the back, they feature, of course, the Ghostbusters 4-pack, and even more figures you can collect from McFarlane Toys, including two different Wills, both regular and an upside-down version, 11, Mike, and Barb. Oh, and can I also make mention of the squeezable Dart? I need to get my hands on him. Once again, Baby Dart is so cute, but Teenage Dart, not so much, especially when he ate the cat in Season 2. Spoiler alert. Now, like I said, I'm going to tear into this package. I believe my action figures should breathe, not stay in packages, so I'm going to tear this open here in a second. But if you are a mint on card collector, a quick thing to note here. I know some people have not been too happy with this very, very evident zip tie that's used to actually hold all four characters in their packaging. Once again, it doesn't concern me whatsoever because I'm not a mint on card collector, at least for the majority of figures I collect. But it's certainly something to keep note if you are a mint on card type of guy. But I am not, so here we go. Let's open this up. Alright, so I've gotten all four guys out of the box. Here is Dustin here. I put the Proton pack on him. Of course, he's got the Ghost Trap here. But let's give you guys a quick shot of all four guys rocking the Proton packs. Look how absolutely awesome they look on display. And being that I just mentioned the Proton packs, that's probably a good place to start with this review. While the molds on these packs remain the same for all four characters, each one is painted differently, much like they were in the TV show. And for a bit of a closer look, let's remove the pack from one of the kids here and just check out the detail both on the back and the front of this thing. Now the one that you're seeing here is the Proton pack that is meant for Lucas. The yellow and red ribbon cable there, what looks like blue and burnt orange buttons on the top left hand side, and also a warning sticker and what looks like a compass. Once again, these things are do-it-yourself style Proton packs. That's what they're made to look like. It actually looks like a kid or maybe a mother made this for their, well, kid on Halloween. I mean, this is exactly what it's supposed to look like. So forget Ghostbuster film accuracy. This is Stranger Things television accuracy. The Proton wand is also detachable, and I do love the fact that on the wand here, this actually looks like electrical tape. Really cool little bit of detail there. As well as also the wand does holster to the other side of the pack, much like it did in the television show. Now turning the pack around to the other side, I do love a lot of these little bits of detail that only fans that really took the time to notice them in the show, well, are going to notice. Up top here, you're going to see these little styrofoam blocks. And down below here, you can see the straps are actually attached via what looks like tape. McFarlane Toys did not need to go this far. They did not need to include this level of detail, but I am so glad that they did. Now speaking of equipment, of course, Dustin does come with the Ghost Trap. And because of that, the back of his Proton pack is a little different than the other three guys, as the wire of the trap is actually attached to the pack, which means the trap is easily within arm's reach, and he can hold on to it, making one heck of a display. And of course, the trap doors do open where you can insert Dart. Once again, this set includes Baby Dart. And actually, let's just show him on his own for a quick second. Look how tiny this guy is. I'm gonna be honest with you guys, I've actually lost this guy like 3 times during the process of recording this video. So I highly suggest you keep him inside that ghost trap. He's so tiny. Also, when it comes to accessories, Will does come with Bob's camera. This accessory has been adapted really well, looks great. And I think in the show it was a JVC camera. Of course, here it's been renamed to TMP. TM, this is made by Todd McFarlane. I get it. Now, a lot of the time, McFarlane Toys is known for their detail, especially in the faces, and these figures are no exception. Now, these figures are showcased as they appear in Season 2, so of course the main 4 characters do look a bit older than what they did in Season 1, therefore some of the past figures. Dustin certainly looks more mature, and I love the fact that they actually made this figure without his trademark red, white, and blue hat. Mike looks pretty good. I do seem to remember, though, that he has like freckles in the show, so that's like the only really critique I have for the Mike action figure. Will looks like a very young, traumatized boy, which pretty much works perfectly for, well, his character, backstory, his storyline. And Lucas, who I think they nailed perfectly. Honestly, I think Dustin and Lucas are the standouts in this set when it comes to, well, their faces. Now, moving from faces over to bodies, one thing I do want to point out that there are 2 different body molds for the 4 figures being used in this set. Both Dustin and Mike, being the larger of the characters, share the exact same body mold. This is certainly evident by their collars. Same with Will and Lucas. Their collars are done all the way up, so that's a dead giveaway there. And being that they both have smaller frames, this certainly does work for the action figures. Now, detail-wise, when it comes to the uniforms, of course, each figure does have the No Ghost logo on their right arm. And also, each character does have their name tag on their chest. And yes, for those wondering, Lucas is of course Venkman because no one wants to be Winston, man. My words, not his. I want to be Winston.
No one wants to be Winston, man. What's wrong with Winston? What's wrong with Winston? He joined the team super late. He's not funny, and he's not even a scientist.
Oh, another really cool bit of detail they included with the Dustin figure is that his name badge actually randomly includes red stitching around it. No other figure actually has this. Once again, I just think this is a really cool little bit of detail they included to kind of separate each individual's costume. Once again, these are homemade DIY Halloween costumes from the 80s. Not all of them are going to look streamlined, so this certainly makes sense. And much like all the other figures in the McFarlane Toys Stranger Things toy line, they do come with stands with the Stranger Things logo on them as well. Now, I think that about does it. I do want to do this quick comparison of the McFarlane Toys Stranger Things Ghostbuster figures with the Diamond Select Toys Ghostbuster Select figures, because I feel that the actual size ratio here works perfectly. And of course, I could not do this video without actually featuring all 3 Venkmans in the same frame. Oh, and if you're collecting these Stranger Things action figures, once again, these are to scale with all the other Stranger Things figures in that line. So Ghostbusters Mike here looks great next to 11 and Hopper. Alright guys, so that does it for our look at the brand new Stranger Things Ghostbuster figures from McFarlane Toys. If you'd like to buy this for yourself, we've got a preferred link right down below in the description. I know these are being dubbed as GameStop exclusives, so we have a link down below to GameStop.com where you can click and buy yours today. Or visit your local GameStop store, or here in Canada, EB Games Canada is also now receiving these as well. On a personal note, I would like to thank Import Dragons for providing us with today's product. Import Dragons are the guys that are responsible for getting products from point A to point B, and more importantly, getting these figures in Canada. So Import Dragons, thank you for supplying us with these figures first and foremost. You guys are amazing. That is all I have for you here today, and I'll see you right back here next time on Ghostbusters News.
When the sun goes down and the night grows cold and the wind is whistling through the trees, it's a celebration